Hello, Sagittarius, and welcome to your October 1st through 15th tarot card readings. So, I have already shuffled and meditated on your sign and pulled some cards. I drew a couple animal cards, and I'm going to read that from the book for you because you like that, and then I'll give you my intuitive reading. But with these animal cards, let's just use them as this sort of overarching thematic energy to keep in mind as we look at the rest of the cards for this October 1st to October 15th time period. So, you have the beaver, and it came up reversed, and I do feel like that's relevant. Sometimes it is, sometimes not. But you have the beaver crossed by the tarantula. That's sort of the energy here, is this crossing. And I will say that just in general, crossroads, you're at a crossroads is what it feels like. And I did hear in tandem. So, but let's go ahead and jump in. This beaver energy is so beautiful. And, okay, Paige, you're getting ahead of yourself. Okay. Beaver. And I believe a couple other signs got this. Anyway, beaver. Hard worker, loyal, tireless, family first. The beaver personality is a welcomed sight. These good-natured and dependable creatures have infinite love and enthusiasm for family and express it by way of the earth element, providing a home, financial stability. Although a beaver doesn't usually initiate a project, once started, they'll work steadily for weeks, months, or years to see it through. The beaver card appears when the task at hand requires your long-term, steady effort. It can also signify that it's time for some karma yoga, selfless service. When in balance, happy, meaningful work. When out of balance, feels useless, worn out. To bring into balance, physical labor, selfless service. Okay, and then the tarantula. So there's I keep wanting to just jump in, but there is a lot of fire in this card. So there's this, a lot of motivation. So tarantula at a crossroads, and that feels so true to form with this energy that's coming from this card for you right now. At a crossroads, claiming life's purpose. The tarantula represents a moment when a great decision must be made. It involves prioritizing your life's deeper purpose, or dharma. A habit or routine from the past is sidetracking you from your dream, yet a voice inside keeps begging you to refocus your attention. In order to find true happiness, you must choose dharma. Until you do, satisfaction will be fleeting. The tarantula hovers, patient and calm, like an old friend that knows your inner soul. It already knows you'll choose wisely. When in balance, follows intuition. When out of balance, hesitates, over-intellectualizes. To bring into balance, daily journaling. Interesting, writing is coming up very strong too around this card. So these are right out the door. They eagerly want to speak. So there is this family, and I did hear in tandem. So there is that strong energy. It's speaking to support systems. And whatever this is, I feel the beaver coming up in reversed, although the support may be in place, and I feel you've sought it out and you're seeking it out as well. You're seeking out that support. But there is also this feeling of of this sense, I'm on my own. Although I'm supported and all of these things, this is really, I'm captain of this ship. This I know best energy that feels to be really honoring yourself. And there is this troubleshooting. So you're working something from different angles, very diligently, tirelessly. And this crossroads energy here. So it's almost as if you're standing at the precipice of a whole new beginning. And it's requiring of you to take action, yes, but it's almost as though the beginning of the roadmap is becoming clear to you in a new way. And there's this venturing outside of your comfort zone, I just heard. I'm noticing this landscape here, and it's sort of looking out to the horizon. So there's this venturing out of bounds in a positive way. You're pushing the limits a bit of your own comfort zone. And this crossroads that you're finding yourself at is requiring of you that you do so. Okay, so let's just keep these in mind, and I'm sure we'll touch back onto this. So I'm working with the Celtic cross. And let me show you, let's flip these over. So this represents your energy, your present energy. Wow. Wow, okay. And this is an energy that's crossing you right now. Oh my goodness. Okay, the world. You're stepping into this portal here, and nurture is coming up so strong. There's a fertility to whatever this endeavor is that you're embarking on. So in the recent past, the 8 of Pentacles reversed. The 3 of Cups reversed, anchoring, rooting your spread. Almost as this starting point, this launch pad. And then in the near future here, the Hermit reversed. Interesting. These feel as though they're mirroring each other, but are opposite. Interesting. And then crowning your reading, we have the 7 of Wands reversed. Really interesting. Okay, so this also represents your general energy here. We have the 5 of Wands, and then in your environment, we have the 6 of Cups. And there's such a newness here. And then in your hopes and fears, we have the 9 of Pentacles reversed. And then in the final outcome, or the energy that is moving us into the latter part of October, we have the Ace of Wands reversed. Okay. So you are really at a very important time in your life. And there's this sense of seeing things differently, that your eyes are wide open to something. That's what this feels like. Your eyes are wide open. And over these 2 weeks here, it's that opening increases. So it's almost this aha moment, this oh my gosh, I get it, I understand. And this new direction. Like turning the lights on. And this feels very wrapped up in action here. So there's this knowing, there's this sense, I'll say, there's this sense of something. And then this feels like that follow through with that sense. So you're honoring that sense, you're honoring your intuition, and you're taking action in a whole new way that feels right on point. And again, I'm getting this drawing in. So there's this magnetism that's expanding around whatever this endeavor is. So you're coming closer. It's drawing you in closer and closer. And it's here. So it's almost like you've been anticipating something and the moment is here. And now the action begins. You step on the ship. I just heard new venture again. So it really is, you're embarking on this new adventure. Rite of passage, I just heard. Rite of passage. And there was something about the necessity, the need to hunker down for some time. So this recollecting yourself is what it feels like. So whatever this is it required of you to go inside, to collect your energy. It's almost, this image is, I'm looking at this sun here, and it feels like there has been, you're collecting this need to collect your life force energy. So there is a sense of scarcity around energetic resources that required of you to set it all down, I just heard. So there was this hibernation period that I feel as we move into the next couple weeks here, there is this coming out of that. And it's the right time for it. So this was a necessary thing and very valuable. In the recent past, the Eight of Pentacles is a card that I often associate with listening and integrity. And I feel with this Eight of Pentacles in reversed here that we're looking at it feels physical, the earth element of the pentacle, dealing with the tangible physical realm. And so there is this lack of integrity in your physicality, this not listening to your body, I just heard, this disconnection that you are experiencing in some way or form, that now there's this massive reconnecting, this massive reconnection taking place. And it's through this choice this very deliberate choice to reconnect that is the decision, that is the decision that carries you onto this next road of your journey. That's that decision point, left, right, backwards, forwards. So you're making a choice and you're stepping forward. You're choosing your path. And it just feels so breakthrough. And also, I'm getting in the recent past here related to this networking. So again, I'm going back to this beaver energy of that support system. So it's as though there is, I heard, it takes a village. So whatever this is, this also there's this mirroring here of the spider and the tarantula. So there's looking at all the options, and I feel like, you know, in this recent past, you've been looking at all of your options. You've been exploring many different options. Which has led you to this point of, I heard fertility again. So it's almost like where you're standing now, what you're stepping into and where you are in these few weeks is the bare bones of really fertile ground. Exciting. And in the near future with this Hermit reversed, and again, I'm drawn back to this Three of Cups reversed. There is this full cycle of something. So it is this genuine coming out. It feels gentle, but you're on the other side of it, I heard. You're now on the other side of it. So there's just this immense progress that this Three of Cups reversed into the Hermit reversed is showing me. And then the Seven of Wands reversed. You've chosen this direction, this point of direction, and it's like you've lit that fire, and now it's just going to start to expand and expand and expand. And there is that focus, yes, but also that standalone energy there that isn't really standalone. So there is this support. You've set yourself up with this support around you. You have the support around you, but you're leading the charge. And there's lots of information coming in for you. There's just lots of information that it feels I feel you're digesting. And you're picking and choosing the pieces that support you. And there's this processing that's taking place. This processing, this digesting material and information and processing that is charging you, I just heard. So charging you up like you'd charge your phone. So whatever this is, it's this recharge. More than a recharge, it's a true charge. So you're touching something that's like, oh wow, this is really, it's like charging, it's charging you. So the energy with this Five of Wands in sort of also representing you, your general energy, it's almost this scrappiness. So it's like your approach to something is a kind of get it done energy. So just show up, get there, do it. And it's almost, it doesn't feel like you're worried about the frills of whatever this is. It's really, again, that bare bones is what I'm hearing again. So there is this sense that to move forward, there has been and there is, and you're allowing for this at times white knuckling it a bit. This you're embracing the fact you're allowing yourself to be uncomfortable. It's not holding you back. So you're moving forward through this, and oftentimes the Five of Wands can represent conflict and sort of this fighting energy. So it does feel like, it feels as though you're prepared to fight for whatever it is you're going for. But there's just so much nurture here in this at the ground level, on the ground with what you're doing. There's so much nurturing energy available to you. There's such a feedback loop that what you're putting your energy into is fulfilling you and charging you up even more. That this feels short-lived. This feels anticipatory. So you're anticipating, sorry about that. You're anticipating having to sort of grapple with yourself or perhaps another a bit, or with the process. But it feels like the process, that's anticipation. It's the reality of it won't be as abrasive as perhaps you think it might be. And then there's this newness here in your environment, and this feels connected to community. And again, I'm this in tandem feeling. 1, 2, 1, 2. So there's this thing happening in pairs. There's this pairing off of some kind. And again, I just heard full circle. And there's a circularity to the environment as well. And there just feels like a lot of support with this card. So environmentally, you are supported. You are supported. And there's so much wisdom in this card. So there's this, and about digestion, taking in, like the roots will soak up all the nutrients from the soil. And here you are in this fertile ground. It feels as though you're just soaking up all of these nutrients. You're letting it feed you. And its very nature is meant to feed you, I just heard. And we're still at the beginning phases here of something. So it's almost like you can't see all this color that's happening underground. You can't see it yet. But man, is this alive. And it's there and it's real. And eventually here, all of this color will start to permeate into your reality. The external experience of your life. And coming into the second part of October, it still feels mid-venture. So you're still in this process. But I just heard you're starting to glow. So whatever you're doing is really is going to light you up. Is lighting you up. And no surprise there, I just heard. No surprise there. So we're coming back to this deep knowing that this is the right path for you. Authenticating, I just heard. Authenticity. So there is this focus on alignment that's coming up. And it feels both physical alignment, aligning with your cause or with your purpose, and also this lineup, this emotional, spiritual, intellectual lineup that's taking place. I just heard wanting to line it all up. So you're putting yourself in order. In our hopes and fears here, we have the Nine of Pentacles reversed. So there is this feeling that there is this question of resources. And it feels like tangible, fiscal, for many of you, monetary. So it's just more of this consciousness. It's just something that feels like it's coming more into your mind space, perhaps more so than usual. This awareness of funds. And also I just heard the potential for bringing in funds. So I just heard shop talk. So there's some shop talk going around. And there's something that can be taxing about that for you, perhaps. Taxing, I heard. So there is also this, in this hopes and fears position, this again, it feels more anticipatory, but it could be literal, that, you know, that sort of finding it, that you're conscious of the fact that whatever this endeavor is might be taxing on you in a multitude of ways, but you're persevering anyway. And again, anticipatory. So I feel like that nurture of whatever it is from you following your excitement on this, following this lead, making this decision is going to be far more supportive than it will be taxing. But it's this practice of dedication. So whatever this is it is a commitment. It is something that's requiring a lot of dedication on your end. And you're charging ahead. You're charging ahead. So this is a really, really important, fertile time for you. A time of big evolution. I just heard big evolution, quick evolution. So there is this metamorphosis that's taking place, and it's so profound and beautiful. So forward, 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 onward, onward, onward. This is really, really an important time for you. I hope that this was helpful. Do check out your sun, moon, and rising. So if this is your sun sign, check out your moon and rising. That can help you piece together a more specific reading. These are very general, so take what resonates and leave the rest. And hopefully that rising and moon sign reading will help make it all a bit more specific and clear for you. I love you so much. I'm sending you my very best, and have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful start to this beautiful, beautiful month. Okay, I love you.